afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Square Work Media's chill stream for the afternoon of Wednesday. We'd like to thank all that have came and will maybe come. We've just now started. Oh, and this is a live broadcast. We were stalking the car up and was about to drive on to Kentucky and talk to a friend from YouTube when we was on the way, and then we called to get the address, and we figured we wasn't going to get there in time necessarily, so we had to delay the trip until tomorrow. And so I'm back home. And I've been very busy today. Haven't been able to stream. Figured I was going to stream. Shout out to Anonymous Dude for being a real one. Anyways, I did remove mods that a few. I didn't remove everyone's wrench because those people haven't shown me anything, at least yet. But I want, if there's anyone in here, like I believe it was Enlightened Demon or Angel Demon, maybe was the name. I don't know. It's one of the newer people I've met. And Waitress for Jesus, you guys said that I had a mod in here that's modding for some of these people that bully me. Well, and if that's the case, I need to know who it is, and I need to get rid of that person. Like, and this should be the last time I should have to reset my mods. Every time, this will be like the fourth or fifth time that I have to reset, and I shouldn't have to reset anything. From what I looked, and from the last time I talked to the people that are modded, I should have no issues with them. So, you know, hey, Ball and Stoned, I'm doing pretty good. I'm gonna drop a link down in case somebody like, I don't know, if Anonymous happens to tune in, or King of the Kill happens to want to come up, or uh, somebody wants to come up and help explain about my mod issues, because I've been hearing about them, and help me fix it, I would appreciate it. Oh, Enlightened Demon was Duster. I'll make sure. Hello, JM, Poser, Exposer. Miss Berlinetta, I don't have anything against you, but I'm gonna be blocking you because, and don't take this the wrong way, but you seem to support you'd have to add me on Instagram where we could talk off the stream, and wouldn't mind making you a mod. I'm one of the most easiest going guys when it comes to handing out a wrench to somebody, um, which is good and bad. I lost my connection. My phone had to. The Kentucky trip tomorrow. No, you're not going to be blocked. Look, Berlinetta, if you've not been laughing at or don't support that stuff, my bad. I was under the impression you did. So I apologize if that's not correct. No, I do realize I cut out. I cut out because of my phone. Yeah, I was supposed to go to Kentucky today, but we wasn't going to make it in time, so we had to replan the trip. I know I said that, Berlinetta, but I also just said that if you're not supporting it, then I don't have any reason to block you. Um, I tell you what, guys. So, yep, we've got a lot of antique and important stuff that could really be worth something to the right person, and good valuable stuff. And there's a friend of my grandfather's that he used to teach back in the 1960s, and he owns a place over in Kentucky that specializes in that. And we're traveling over there. We were going to go this afternoon, but we just got moving a little bit too late. So instead, we're going to go tomorrow after my voc rehab appointment. Yeah, I live in a rural area with bad Wi-Fi. I do. I do. I do. That's why I've been trying to look for a co-host that can come on the StreamYard and share videos so we can play videos and stuff and react while on chill streams. Because the way I have to do it right now is really janky, for lack of a better term. No, I knew that I was cut. Obviously, I know if my phone cuts me off my stream. But I just came back on talking, and I guess the phone didn't catch, or y'all didn't catch the mic. But I said, "Yeah, I'm sorry about that, guys. It cut me out." I tell you one thing though, I don't know if we have fiber optic or we have AT&T, and like I said, it's in a rural area. If we don't have our internet running the best, then our phones will not work because trying to use cellular coverage here, it's like a black zone. And so we have to have our phones on, have Wi Fi calling on, and even if the internet goes out, our landline goes out too. Oh, and someone had said that I called somebody else's house. I have never called anybody's house. Ever. Ever, 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 ever. I forgot. It eludes me right now. But that was an allegation I had thrown at me, like I've called people's houses. No, I haven't. It's so outrageous, man. It made me so mad when I heard that shit. Yeah, it's DSL. I don't know. But I got 40 people tuned into the stream, and I got like one, two, three, 4 or 5, maybe at the most, people that have said anything in here. Can some of you people in the back at least hit that like button if you're going to be sitting there lurking? Or how about maybe uh, here, I'll drop the link again. Open panel, but you ain't getting up unless you show your face. So I don't know who you are, Dwayne Toddleberry. You could be a troll account. The truth, I don't know who you are either. But be safe. Nice to meet you guys. Hope you guys have come upon a strange YouTuber because he's been manipulated, had people infiltrate, and then tried to say that these new people that have been trying to help and defend me are infiltrating me and everything else. So I'm very cautious when new people start coming around. I don't know about not being worthy. I'm just saying that the internet connection definitely sucks somewhat to a degree. Oh, I love this show. Man, this is one of my favorite spoof movies of those. I mean, it's not as good as some of the originals, but it was good for being done by the Wayans brothers. I think it was. Shit. I'm about to play some of it. Too bad you guys can only hear the audio. But like I said, if I did happen to have a co-host, no, there's no way I could pay you, but you could definitely be getting your channel message out there, and I would also allow you to do your own stream or whatever if you wanted to do a stream on here. But I just need someone that's friendly enough, or just need to meet a friend, really, or eventually I'll get eventually I'll just have the money put together to get a better computer. But yeah, right now I just don't have the best computer. I mean, it's good for like doing basic stuff, and I mean, it's a student computer, it's not meant to do streaming and stuff like that related to that. So, what's going on with this beat, honey? It's that all bitch next door, right? This shit is funny as fuck. Hey, what the fuck are you taking for, Keisha? We thugs. We can't be on no TV. Shut up, Ray Ray. What's going on with this beat, honey? It's that old bitch next door, ain't it, honey? Just she was eyeballing me, cuz, and I was at her window still last night, but she's got a nice body, though, cuz. The fuck? Like a sexy ass potato, honey. Hell no. What's the what then, honey? Well, someone's coming between me and Keisha. Somebody fucked your girl, cuz? I've been wanting to fuck some girl. Oh, shit. How do you let somebody fuck some girl before we cut? We family, man. Kinda. How the fuck you kind of man, Keisha, honey? Huh? Did you have one pant leg in, one pant leg out? Like you wasn't even interested in fucking her, honey? Like you had somewhere better to be, honey? Okay, right. That's not what it's like. Hey, can you please tell your Negro to back the hell up off me? Hey, hell is back 2 inches, honey. But stay up on her, though. What the fuck is it like here, Keisha? Listen, I'll tell you. You tell me. I can't wait to get my hands on this book. Come on out, cuz. Ray, cut it out. You're gonna make it mad. I don't give a fuck, Keisha. Is
We should be worried about making Ray Ray mad up in here, bitch. What you call a bitch? Shut your mouth! No, Ray, don't do that. Don't. What the fuck is that? A ghost, Ray. A ghost? A ghost? What did that go? Ray Ray, I've been with this hot thing for 15 minutes. Idiot. What happened to your furniture, cuz?
That was a funny. Oh shit, it's not over. Hey, Nina 73.
You gotta admit it's kind of impressive. Help me get in the car, Ray. Okay, but it's heavy as hell, man. Let me get your hands on my ass. Let me finger gangbang her at least. I mean, just help me get it. Okay, one finger in. Right. All right, well, we ain't going inside, honey. You know, go around the emergency loop, roll her ass out like we do all the homies that get shot in the hood, honey. How you snuck her fine ass anyway, honey? I wasn't a problem, girl. She was possessed, Ray. Possessed like head spin around, vomiting everywhere, possessed like Kanye when you take a picture of him. Just please, drop the damn water. Please, get out, do that water. Look, he's right here. I walk in for eating grapes in the grocery store without paying for them. Shaving my dog, all the traffic, driving with my head off the wheel, cuz. I be ghost riding my whip, cuz. I like doing that shit. I mean, and also, I love, but she provoked me, cuz. I think she went, you right out here, take this, and pistol whip her with the fucking gun. I'm not pistol whipping my girlfriend. Why the hell you driving up pistol whipping that bitch? It's right there. I see you for the bitch that you are now. What's she talking about, honey? She put that man. Real suspect back there, honey. Was you in juvie, cuz? You don't cry. You ain't no bitch in there, honey. I didn't cry. Doodles on this shit. Jokes on them, cuz. The power vested to me that somebody gave me while I was locked up. You know, Brother Williams, honey. You do a mean impression of that nigga, cuz. I do a mean impression of the butler. Check it. I'm here for you, boss. Get a search warrant. Who are you? Poor Hunter, honey. From the movie that liked to help, but he didn't doodle in the pie, honey. Shut the fuck up. You don't talk to Keisha now. Right? You don't let that bitch choke you out, cuz. You a bitch, honey. Keisha! Keisha! Oh, she breathes in my face, honey. Oh, I get the bird flu. Good day. Hurry, I'm a shot. Get to the hospital. Hurry. Ready? Ready? Oh my God. Keisha? Keisha? Ray? Ray! Good thing I drank that Hennessy earlier. I can't feel shit, honey. I think Keisha's dead. Good, let's get the fuck out of here, honey. Listen, we were never here. I want you, kid. All right? Deuces. We go, honey! You already know how it's going down, mother.
Georgia Viking, listen. Listen, hold on a second. Georgia Viking, you got something? What the? Bro, like, either you're not listening to me right now or you're at a different part of the live, but check this. It's a lot easier on me to just let y'all, like, listen in on what it is and laugh at it, because it was mostly jokes and stuff, anyways. But I decided to hold it up and show y'all that part I just showed from the clip that I was watching. This is a chill stream. And you don't have to be a smart ass like that, bro. You can get the fuck up on out of here for real. Like, I mean, there's no need for that. All of y'all know that I got a shit computer laptop. I got a shit fucking Wi-Fi environment. And I've dropped the link down before, and I've asked someone to please, like, I would love to have somebody that wants to co-host that would like to do reactions and stuff, and I might not be able to pay them money at first, but I could, pay them in some other type of way, helping them online or with some different things that I have. But you know, besides the chef and a few other people have shared their internet connection with me to help me with making some content a couple of times. I haven't had that much help. I've had people. It started out with Canine Rescue telling me he was going to send me a better computer, and he never did. That was just a ploy to get my address, um, and be able to call the cops on me. What else? Which I guess has been passed around, or else he's called the cops on me 3 times, or he's passed it around and it's happened 3 times. What else I need to address? Oh yeah, this is my channel. I'm doing the best with what I got. Yeah, you can't understand what's happening if you'd shut up and stop typing and listen, maybe. Man, like, no offense, I ain't trying to start no shit. It's just, y'all know I got a lot of shit going on in my mind. I got people constantly fucking with me, talking about the worky versus strong. I'm trying to make the best streams possible. If anybody can share their screen, or all you have to do is have uh, be on a laptop and pull up this link that I put in the chat, and you can come on and just share like your screen or whatever, and be a part of the show if you want to. Yellow Snowman. Yeah, I'm sure this is going to get interesting. There's probably going to be somebody that comes up here that I don't care to be on here. Dude, it's a chill stream. You're supposed to help. I'm trying to make it chill, but you guys are causing it to be unchill. If it's boring you a little bit, maybe try to add to the conversation or something. It wouldn't be so boring. Or, if you don't like it, you don't have to stay here. Don't none of you have to stay here. You can just fucking all go if that's how you feel. Try and just do a regular fucking chill stream, man. That's all I'm trying to do. No more lecture. I mean, you guys are probably fucking with me anyways. Why am I even fucking explaining myself? Well, see, that's the problem. I don't know. So I guess I just gotta ignore it. Yeah, I'm emotional sometimes, man, but I'll be alright. It's nothing. It's nothing. It's nothing, dude. I don't ever know who's genuinely here sincerely or somebody I've already blocked that's got a new account and stuff that's fucked with me. But okay, you don't know. Just please, just don't worry about it. Well, JM, if you'd like to come up, you're more than welcome to. Um, you know, oh my God, do you guys like watch like that was a while back? I didn't, I just got a little upset. All right, it's nothing. Yes, I can get upset really easily. Yes, I'm sensitive. Call me a bitch, whatever. I don't give a fuck. Hey, Dwayne Toddleberry. Yeah, I used to work for Scientology. I joined them in my youth, and that was a terrible mistake. I'll do a panel where I tell the whole entire story one night here soon. Thank you for having us, man, or being here, man. Hope you have a great day. Uh, yeah, I'll stick around, man, if you would. I've got a group of haters, whatever, that targeted me, that don't like me, and they're making content every day. Someone's in here right now recording me just like they do all their other people. And they say they got reasons for each one of these people, but I don't believe it because I know for a fact they don't have any real reason or justification to do what they're doing to me. Thank you, Yellow Snowman. Well, maybe I might make you a moderator. What are you talking about the conspiracy theory thing, Bowling Stone? What are you talking about? I asked something that we can talk about something. What are you talking about? Like you said it was more than a few days. I think it was about what is your best conspiracy theory? Yesterday was good when you were talking about that. You don't know what a moderator is, Snowman? It's a person that helps keep trolls and people that are disrespectful and whatnot out of the chat. Okay, we've got guest guys. Let me get him up in here. Welcome, JM Poser JM Poser Exposure Squarework Media.
What's up?
How you doing?
I'm good.
Yeah. Well, Yellow Snowman, that's good to hear, JM. I was gonna say. Yellow Snowman, the best thing to do is what I'll do is I give you like sling. It looks like a wrench. They'll make you blue looking, and it'll allow you to time people out or hide them or go to their channel. And I may need you sometimes to check channels out, whatnot. So if you have Instagram, please add the official Squarework Media page. So I have a way to chat with you if you're going to be a moderator, and basically any hateful comments. Sometimes people block me and will make a new account, block me ahead of time before I go live and come in here, so I can't see what they're saying, but everybody else can. So those are the people that I need, and they might start doing it to the moderators even. Like we may have to end up getting they probably will end up just keep stream sniping and doing stuff like that. But if they do start somehow coming in here and some people can see them and some people can't, then yeah, we're going to have to make a whole nother account that they don't even know about. Somebody that always sits in the background and watches. You mind if I ask you, Yellow Snowman, who's the mutual friend that sent you? It's good for sending, like, for messaging, because, like, it's just a place to share pictures, and you can make an account really fast, and you don't have to have it linked to your Facebook account. Like, that's how I have mine set up. I just created a whole separate with a different email and everything on Instagram. Starts with a W. I need more than that. That doesn't make any sense. Like, what do you mean? Well, I don't know anybody's name that starts with a W, so that's what doesn't make sense. JM, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, okay. Okay, never mind. Never mind. I do know somebody with that name. I apologize. Apologize. JM, what's up, brother? Want to say hi, introduce yourself, tell people about your channel. We can get a mod um, to share JM's channel, that would be great.
I don't promote much because I don't hardly put out content. I'm mostly in McCamey Manor stuff.
Huh?
I do stuff on McCamey Manor.
What's that?
It's extreme haunt.
Extreme what?
It's an extreme terror attraction.
Oh, I don't know what you mean. You do content for that?
I do content exposing the guy.
Oh, okay. I got you. I got you. I got you. Well, I, you know, I don't have anything wrong with you, man. It's just, I've been dealing with a lot of stuff here on my end. I don't know. I hope it's not related anything to do with you. You know,
Well, I've been watching since June. I've been around and seen all this shit. I've threatened to come up a couple of times, but I have. I don't. I want to. I want to be able to say what I want to say without being, uh, basically silenced. I mean, if I've got something to say, then I don't consider myself to be an idiot. I'm 43 years old, so I've been around the block. I've beat addiction. Uh, 12, 14 years ago, 13 years ago, whatever it was. So I have, I could have give you some advice a long time ago, but I don't know that you would have taken it.
well, here, see, if you don't mind, and I'm listening to you and I hear you, and I'm glad that you did that. Um, about 2 years ago, I was taking care. I was in the charge of a responsibility of mine that I've been used to doing, and I've been doing a fine job. But my client suffered a broken hip, so and he told me to just that he was fine where he was at. Just wait and come over in the morning. He called me late at night, and I said, "No, I'll be over there right now." So I went over there that night, and I helped get him into bed. And the next day, I had to help him get in the car, drive him to the hospital. Long story short, they just basically had to let it heal as is. He's too old for surgery. I had to take care of his house. And at that time, I was in active addiction, sadly. I hate to admit it, but, it's the truth. And I'm not going to lie. Um, and I had been trying at the time to take a lot less pain medicine I was taking. So I was taking kratom in space of it. And I got some kratom that a friend had, but this friend, and maybe, they say hindsight's always 2020, but I really did not connect the two at all, or would not have ever dreamt. And I don't call this person a friend anymore because they gave me kratom that a cap. There was at least one capsule, or maybe it was divided up. I don't know. I took a few caps of kratom that they'd given me, like, and the shit had amphetamines in it. And back in my school days, I experimented and took a Adderall pill one time, and I learned pretty quickly that amphetamines are not for me because I don't have ADHD and I'm naturally hyper. So all it did was make me crawl the walls. So I didn't ever do that again. But that particular night, with the depression I was having, with the thoughts I was having, the relationship issue I had the previous few while back, uh, I didn't know Grizz is in here. I can't see Grizz because I have him blocked, and I wouldn't have him blocked unless he had said something or done something to me. So I'll unblock you, Grizz. I mean, I hope we ain't got no problems. So everybody leave Grizz alone. Don't block him or nothing. But I'm gonna have to unblock you, dude, because I can't see you. Anyways, back to my story. Um, so when I took him that night, and the combination of everything else, I sincerely thought to myself, like, yeah, I'm going to, this was back in 2019, January the 19th. I thought I was going to end my life. And I had, planned it out, wrote a letter, and I, you know, without getting too much all into it, through the grace of God, I stopped seeing myself in the mirror. And I got to the hospital. I had to have 3 hour surgery. I then went voluntarily to treatment up north and got evaluated for 30 days and did therapy, group therapy. Then I went to substance abuse treatment for from March all the way until July when I graduated. Then I was in sober living from July all the way till December for the rest of that year, and passed every test and always did everything I was supposed to do. Worked, paid my bill, my rent, everything. Didn't have any car or anything. The Massachusetts didn't know anyone. Well, they got to where they were having to sell that rehab house. My grandmother had passed, and I came back for the funeral, so I went back home. And I knew that, if I fall into certain people or stuff back home, that I couldn't, I came back home to be with my granddad and to help him and to get my life back on track the way it should have been before I had gotten into addiction because of the wrecks weren't my fault or no one else's fault, but see, just, people confuse my nervous breakdowns and stuff as like, I don't know, I guess they think I'm going through withdrawal, which I don't ever, because I don't ever run out of my medicine. I take it as is. And there's just a lot of hoopla out there about it. Thank you for getting rid of that guy. You know who you are. I see you modding from the back. I appreciate it.
All right, so I'm an EMT. I work on an ambulance
Yes, sir.
all the time. I firefight voluntarily, and I've been doing that
Thank
for
you.
years. When I first got into treatment, I went and read medical journals on buprenorphine and what it does to the brain and how it reacts and just take my word. I've read up thoroughly on buprenorphine when it was created, how it came to the United States, when the Data 2000 waiver was passed, when doctors could prescribe it, how they began with a 30 person limit, and they couldn't prescribe but 30 at a time. They could have 30 patients on it, and they had to get a different waiver and take another class to be able to do 100 patients. And now doctors are combining and all into one area, one clinic. Several doctors will practice out of one building so that all of them can combine their Data 2000 waiver and have 100 patients each because they have a cap. I know
Well,
a gracious
hold
plenty
on.
about it.
I don't listen. I don't go to I was going to maybe a clinic like you know about, Clean Slate, when I was up there. But see, because I have this disc disease, and which they offered surgery, I'm not going to do. I'm not taking the injections in the back and my spinal, and with my leg, and then with the OUD disorder that I have that's in remission right now, for the time being at least, and it could change, and I'd like it to change. My doctor says that, you know, um, it's helping not only your pain, but it's keeping you from, going into a possible withdrawal. And that could be a relapse factor too, which is another reason why they gave me a bridge script when I left there instead of tapering me down ever. And I came um, back home. And so now my treatment is in the hands of a therapist, counseling team, along with the nurse, and along with my regular psychiatrist and my regular primary care provider. So,
Well, one of them still has to have a Data 2000 waiver.
well, the waiver, what, to prescribe buprenorphine?
They have to be authorized by the FDA because otherwise you can't
Okay,
prescribe it
so
even off label.
but what's that point? I mean, she's got one.
Okay. Anyway, what I was getting at was I have a lot of experience with it. So let me ask you a question, and I want you to give me an honest answer. When you take
Oh, okay.
Subutex, buprenorphine, whatever, do you take it for an effect?
No, I take it for the need that every day when I wake up constantly, not going into withdrawals, I have pain, and I take also 3,000 milligrams of Tylenol a day, spaced out, really spaced out for breakthrough. The way I do it is I wake up in the morning, I get out of bed, I go to the kitchen, kind of have a hobble a little bit, and I get to, and I make, watermelon juice, whatever, or give Brownie his supplements. And then I'll come back to the room with some water, and I'll sit down after taking my vitamins and eating my breakfast. I then take my first Subutex in the mouth. And then that goes and melts, goes on away. I go throughout my day. I don't take the second one here. Usually I've been taking it around like between 12 and 1. And the third one I've been taking, which I was at a point where I wasn't taking it. But when all this started and stuff, and I've shared that with my doctor too, I said, I've stayed up later than I normally do, and which is one of the main reasons I got by without taking the third one. And I guess got down enough to the tolerance to not need it. But I started staying up later and stuff, and so I just got into the habit of taking it again. Um, but I do hurt though at night. But if I go to sleep, I'm not feeling whatever my body, could feel if I was consciously awake. You know what I mean? So that's how I take my Subutex. Like I don't take all three at one time or two at one time and then another one right after the back. Nothing like that.
So you're at 24 milligrams a day?
Yes. And we made a promise and agreement that I wasn't going to go to the max, which would be 32, because I don't want to be on. I mean, I don't want to have to be on any medicine. Truly, I take depressant, antidepressant. I had to take. Now I'm prescribed 3 to 4 Ativan a day, depending on how many panic attacks I have. You know, I've only taken one so far today, which is great. I've had a pretty good day. Uh, it's just, it is what it is. I mean, I'm not a malingerer because I would have been found out and seen whenever I was being under observation. I've seen a psychologist and been interviewed to be able to get Medicaid. Like these, I understand like why you're asking these questions and stuff, and I'm completely cool with it because you don't know me. But I mean, like, whenever I tell people, and I'm not bullshitting, that you don't have to remember anything when you tell the truth. And every time I come on here, I have told you guys the truth. And whenever I haven't or been wrong or assumed something and just said it, I've apologized. And that's what people don't point out. But anyway, do you have another question or anything else you want to say, sir?
I do have a couple of more things. There's so when you take buprenorphine, and it doesn't matter what form it is, because Subutex is just buprenorphine minus naloxone.
Yeah, and they did that because of I was having issues with heartburn from that, whether I took the strips or the tablets. And since switching, I don't seem to have that issue. I don't know why. It just came on weirdly. But yeah, what was your question? Sorry.
Buprenorphine has a 37.5 hour half-life.
Yes, it does.
So if you take 8 milligrams at 8 a.m., 37.5 hours from that, you still have 4 milligrams in your bloodstream. 37.5 hours from that, you still have 2. 37.5 hours from that, you still have 1, so on and so forth.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not taking it. I'm not taking it, in the morning because I'm withdrawing or feeling like I'm taking it because I have true chronic pain.
Pretty much anything over 8 in a 24-hour period is wasted out in your system.
Well,
because you only have so many pain receptors, and any length of time you spend on buprenorphine, the number of pain receptors in your brain decreases because you don't have an opiate that is causing the pain receptors to be coated. So when you start,
well, I'll talk with my doctor about seeing if maybe I can. I'll try to get back at least down to where I was at least at 16. That would be better than nothing. Because I mean, I do know there is some truth to what you say. I've researched everything this man is saying is correct. I hope people, and I'm not trying to be rude to cut you off, sir. But I mean, please continue. I apologize again if I didn't mean to offend you. I just wanted to let you know that I'm not open to reducing the dose.
Well, that's going to be on you. I mean, that's something you got to decide. It was up to me when I decreased my dose because I just didn't want it no more. I'm down to 4.
Yeah.
Because that's all I need. I don't take any more.
That is awesome, man. That I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Like that is like congratulations. Like I'm happy for you, truly.
I started in 2007, what was it? 2000. Let's see, July the 7th, 2008. Okay, so this is
Hey, Anonymous.
2022. So is that 14 years? I don't even know anymore. I used to keep up with it.
2008 to 2018 would be 10 years. So two more, it'd be 14 years. 14. Yeah.
So I started in 2008. I had a hell of a time finding it. Nobody around here prescribed it. I had to start going to a methadone clinic to even get it. It was a $250 for the first week, 2 weeks worth of visits. I had to go in on a Wednesday, piss positive in a drug test for an opiate, come back on Friday and piss clean, and it was up to me to get clean. I couldn't have opiate when I come back, so I had to put myself in withdrawals. And I was snorting OxyContin. I was snorting 3 and 4 80 milligram OxyContin a day or more, depending on how many I had.
Yeah, I used to take Opanas, Oxys, whatever I could get sometimes.
So from that, I went till 2012. In 2012, so when I started, I was on 16. 2012, I went up to 24. And then in 2015, I took myself down, but I didn't tell my doctor until a year or so later that I was only taking 12 instead of 16. So I was getting extra. And then I've cut it down since then. I think it was around 2018 that I cut it down to 4. So it's really up to you what you want to do and how you want to approach it, because it's your
Yes,
you have to wake up and decide for yourself that you want better, that you want to do better.
Well, that's exactly why, after I had that attempt, and someone asked earlier, I'm going to answer their question. I used a hunting knife of my granddad's, and I cut my neck, wrist, arms, all up and vertically up and down and everything. And I had to be sewn up. I was like a rag doll basically afterwards. But, and I have been, ever since I've been home, I've not realized I've come close. I did come close, so close to where I, had thought that, I needed some relief, and the only way I was going to get the relief was if I maybe crushed one of these suckers up and snorted it. But I'm glad that I didn't. I'm glad I didn't get to that point. Although the things that were going on and happening didn't need to be happening. And maybe without that extra pressure, I might still have had that moment and had to stop myself. Either way, it's good. And I did share that with my doctor too. So, and here's the thing, she's gonna, get me whenever she can randomly, because I've asked her to, just so I can get a document to prove that I'm being held accountable. But yeah, we've already talked about trying to get me back down to where at least I'm just taking 2 a day, and absolutely only if I need to, because I can't sleep from the pain or whatever, take the 3rd one. I cannot lift over 50 pounds. That is not a lie. And do you think I like admitting that? No, I don't. But I've got the balls to admit it. That's just the fact of the matter. I'm lucky I'm not dead, and I'm not talking about from my thing I did to myself. I'm talking about from my car accident that people like to make fun of. Those people's daughter called me when I was in the hospital, and she treated me with such compassion and care, and something I totally didn't expect. Not that I thought I was at fault. I didn't know what had happened or what they would end up doing. I was scared to death because I knew that 2 people had died. All I knew, I was coming back from work, and I just, I had hit my head so hard on the steering wheel from the airbag not deploying that I could not remember. Like I was trying to think to myself, like I don't believe, when I was at work that I had smoked anything, and I don't drink, and I wasn't an active addiction at that time like that yet. And so, like it, when they asked if they take my blood and everything, I was like, sure. And they asked if they could look at my computer. I said, sure, because I didn't have nothing I felt like I needed to hide. But I was just still scanning back in my mind, like thinking, like, you know, and just in case. And but when she called me and told me that she had been asking about worried, and called my family and asked if it was okay if she could contact me, that she wanted to tell me she didn't blame me for anything, and that the troopers already told her pretty much what it is, and she said that they really shouldn't have been driving, or she shouldn't have been the person that was driving, and the important thing is that they're in heaven. And I sat on that phone with that lady, and I just kind of, wept almost like a baby. Like I told her that I'm sorry that it had to be with me. I mean, I hate that because those were her parents. Now, for you to then, for some of these folks to then go and make a song like Rick and Moses, for instance, they were supposed to be my friends. I was supporting their channel, like, because now that this stuff is being used against me, I'm not so certain if Durkee deserves everything he does. Like, if he does, maybe he does. I don't know. I haven't seen everything, but I'm just saying. I know that adding me a part of it, like I'm some scumbag, is like, or that I'm a scammer, or I'm a woman abuser. It's completely false. Like anybody can check their record myself, because everybody talks my name and stuff. I don't have a felony on it. I've got one prior for marijuana possession back in the old days, and that's it. And I am a law-abiding citizen of society. And I told these people, like, look, I'm not a troll. Uh, I'm not trying to, interfere with y'all, really. At that point, I wasn't. Now I'm trying to expose for what they've done to me. But, I told them, like, on several times, privately and publicly, like, please, like, I reset my channel. I took all my stuff down. So, and some of them have teasedly taken stuff down and then put it back up. And they do that for fun. Like they demand me to apologize for something because, let's say, I was actually wrong on one specific little minute detail, like the semantics. They're arguing semantics. So they do that just to see if I'll apologize, and they get it recorded, and then they put the stuff right back up. Like, these people are malicious. Yeah, JM does sound like he's trying to help. That's why I'm about to let him talk. I'm sorry, Mr. JM. Go ahead.
Let me ask you this. Does the same doctor prescribe your buprenorphine that prescribes your Ativan?
Yes.
Does she not realize how dangerous that is?
Yes. And the thing is, though, is that I have been exhausted on all of the other meds. I've been tested, and I still regularly, annually try them because the insurance makes you try them. And I take such a small dose of the Ativan, and I don't even take what is prescribed. Then I am prescribed unless I absolutely have to. I've never had any past addiction issues related with Ativans or benzos, because when I was a kid and somebody had offered me, 2 blue Xanaxes, and I took them before I was ever on any medicine or anything, all they did was make me go to sleep. Like, I never got a buzz or anything from them. So I've never had that addictive issue. That's why they are comfortable with prescribing me that.
That can be lethal.
It can be if I take to excess and stuff. Yes, it can be.
but I don't do that. Like dude, I didn't have a self discipline before I went to Massachusetts. That's real. I didn't. Um, I'm still not perfect, but I have a lot more self control on when it goes to what I take. You know, with my vitamins, my medicines, and foods into my body. Like a lot more control than I ever had before in my life.
Let me ask you this: if you can have that kind of self control over that aspect, then why do you let the things on the internet get to you the way they do in this
Because
realm?
well, see there you guys, and well, I don't want to group you, but there it sounds like I'm hearing like the thing that this is YouTube, this is not real life. These people tagging my legal name everywhere. Like I may not be famous, sure. I could go end up going viral one day though. Okay, there's a whole bunch of what if scenarios like my future and stuff, and these people that are putting out false stuff, and they know they're putting. It's not a matter of they don't know they've been lied to. Some of them have, sure. I'm not blaming them all, but there are some that exactly know what is going on, and I know it sounds conspiratorial or paranoid, whatever, but luckily, I'm not a schizophrenic and I'm not a paranoid, thinker on that. So I have good reason, along with not just reason, but intuition and other people and screenshots and videos and chats I've seen myself to know that these people work together.
All right. So let me give you a little history on me. I came from since 2019 when I started in the McCamey Manor community. McCamey Manor was full of trolls, and I didn't know. I had no clue what I was getting into when I read an article in the AL.com newspaper.
Before you, if I may, please excuse me, please, sir. Before you continue that, and I do want to hear what you're about to say. I just wanted to say that when I came here, I came to first investigate the whole Johnny Gobble story. I did not know I was getting into the algorithm and a community of trolls. I did not ever want to be a troll. I never tried to be one. People can say what they want to, but there is a video I can find. Okay, but let me let you go ahead. I'm sorry.
The things that happen over even with the Durkee stuff, they're nothing compared to Boyd. Boyd, you think this
wait
is
a second, anonymous, why don't you want me to let you have a wrench? I don't want nobody to be able to ever block you or anything. I mean, I'll take it away, but damn, that kind of makes me feel like you don't want people. I don't know. Why don't you want a wrench? Will you at least tell me why? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Okay. Anyway, so I started in McCamey Manor. The guy had a thing in San Diego where he drove around with a van and beat the hell out of people in the back of it, and they signed waivers consenting to it. And then he moved to Tennessee. Long story short, I joined his group, which is private. You can't find it unless you search for it on Facebook. They screen the shit out of you to let you in, and half the time they don't let people in, even if they answer the questions the right way. But I managed to get in, and I started looking for the videos that I seen, like the ones on YouTube from McCamey Manor, and they weren't in the Facebook group. And so I started looking in other groups, and I joined an anti-McCamey Manor group, and then got booted from the private group that Russ had. Russ is the owner. And I started going at him because I found out some of the things he had done in the past. Put a woman in a hospital, nearly drowning people, waterboarding, all kind of shit. Currently, still to this day, doing the same thing. Still waterboarding people, burying them and smearing dog shit on their face, and just a whole bunch of stuff. So
That's horrible.
I'm in this anti MM group, and the group split up. The guy that run the group got run off YouTube because they started mailing dead birds to his house and shit like that. So he turned the group over to me. And I had set up a YouTube channel. I had paid a StreamYard subscription, which I still pay to this day. I had done everything and made the YouTube channel a brand instead of just a private YouTube channel. It's a brand channel. It still is. I still have it. And I start getting attacked by these people. And Facebook's not like YouTube where you can just be whoever and nobody knows who's behind this YouTube account. Facebook, I already sent my ID in. They know who I am. I'm under my real name. I'm in this group, and people start attacking me.
YouTube's got my ID too.
Well, you can still name a channel anything you want, and you don't have. I mean, you don't have to use the same Google account. You can make a new Google account, make a new YouTube with it, and nobody knows who it is.
If you eventually want to grow that channel, you've got to have your ID shown. You've got to send it into YouTube. Or there's a couple of requirements you got to do to get the advanced features of the channel.
You just have to have a cell phone, and it has to be. It can't be a text now number. It has to be a legit cell phone because I've had to verify 10 or 12 of my channels.
That right there means that every one of y'all messing with me, you better wise up, because when I speak to criminal investigations and it gets to the level where they reach out to YouTube, YouTube will give them your data. You can believe me or not.
Here's the thing. They start calling fire departments around me trying to get me fired. They start sending my wife messages that I'm cheating on her. They start contacting people in my family. My mom, like, don't even live around me. She lives in another state. The things I had done by people trolling me was ungodly. I'm talking about way worse than anything that I've seen in the things that I've seen since June. I had friends that I went and visited in Tennessee because we're doing this YouTube content together, and they were an extreme haunt also. They had their own extreme haunt named Kata Silvis, and I was doing their channel stuff for them and doing their live streams. They called all those people's jobs. They figured out where they worked because this was a Facebook group. Their real names were there. Called their jobs. One guy worked at a grooming place for pets, and they called his job and told him that he was part of a Facebook group where they abused animals and shit, trying to get him fired. He had to take a week off work while they investigated it. I had 4 chiefs that called me up wanting to know who this guy was that called them because they had said a bunch of shit about me, and this guy lived in St. Louis. I live in fucking Alabama.
Yeah.
So, I mean, all in all, I just walked away. I still have the group. I still have the channel, and I still do my content. I just turned them off. Like, I quit acknowledging
That's what I did.
anything they did.
I'm trying to keep it to where at a minimum. It's hard for me, I know, but I'm trying to keep it at a minimum where I acknowledge anything on stream or whatever. But because of the community tab feature, I do, in case if they ever tried to delete or jump ship before, since because I probably shouldn't have told them, but I really tried to give these guys, because I don't want anything bad to happen to any of these people. I don't hate them. I just hate what they've done to me. And so, since they don't want to stop, then I'm going to have to get the law involved and maybe even a lawyer. And, I've been seeing other people. I've even had some of these same people who are part of this same group try to tell me that that they're going to sue me because of a comment of me putting them in the list of supporters. Well, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, so if you think you can sue me over one little comment, which I removed their names, by the way, which is something they can't do. See, anytime I've uploaded something wrong, incorrect, or I got wrong, or jumped the gun, or whatever, I've always taken down. And if it ever wronged somebody on this platform, I have always apologized to them. Sometimes more than once, because that's what these people do. They love to fuck with me, man. And I know that's a hard thing to buy, JM, but that's what I'm telling you or selling you, however you want to interpret it. That's true.
Let me ask you this, and I know this. I know the answer to this before you say anything. I've already been down this road. Do you think the law cares about what somebody says to you on YouTube?
No, but they do care about somebody that is stalking me constantly, who's called my house, and my grandfather. My grandfather's a witness, as well as another person who is neither family but a neighbor that was over here one time when it happened. Like, these people have no idea that what they're doing is criminal. Like, you may think it's not, but it is.
All right. Here's you a for instance to look at.
It's not about the videos where they make fun of me. It's about the tagging my legal name from an account that I made as a minor. You know, it's putting that in titles and stuff, which is strictly not only against YouTube policy and all their rules, but it's against that goes in with that's basically doxing, just trying to use the excuse, oh, it's a YouTube account. It's a YouTube account that one of those creep fucks found through digging and digging and digging because I didn't even know it existed anymore. Um, they say
Right.
they make that video with the wreck that wasn't my fault, and sing a song that says, "Oh, the smell of death's around you," and all that shit. And dude, that is fucking majorly offensive. And this cyber mobbing, cyber bullying people that are vulnerable in whatever way, shape, or form, whether they're a woman, man, or a fucking, I don't care if they're invaders, them, it needs to fucking stop. And until they stop, they're going to be held accountable. I mean, like, if I've got to make another channel where I do my content and have this channel or just make another channel to be the channel that documents all the shit they do, I will. And that will grow, and sooner or later, people will fucking get pissed off, and then they will have a whole shitstorm to deal with. One way or another, I mean, they think that they're going to just keep bullying and taking my content and making shit and having a new worky verse, like there's a dirty verse, you know. But it's not
Here's the
my fault
thing.
that Durkee's the type of man that don't want to end it want that way. He's
They've
the
been
type of guy
calling
that
him. Listen. They've been calling Durkee since 2018. Do you not think, with all his Section 230 bullshit, that if he could have done something to Joe, to
that
Bleezy,
that is
whoever,
that is a true thing. Well, probably not, because if he's fucking an actual person that's in addiction, then no, he's never going to do it. He's just talking.
but there's nothing he can do. They're not going to do anything
Dude,
about it. I'm telling you.
there is a Section 230. I saw it with my own eyes.
Section 230 applies to internet service providers only.
No, I'm talking about what I read that was dealing with. Okay, I read it the other day. It had nothing to do with the internet service providers. What it had to do with was about putting someone's personal information out there. And that's what they're doing every time they put my legal name on the title of the video. I don't care what excuse they have to do it for. That is, number one, it's against YouTube. Number two, it's against me and my fucking rights. Number three, it is suable for all of this shit. They say, oh, well, you can't, there's no copyright, it's just fair use. that wouldn't be what the suit would be for. Would be copyright or fair use. It would be a little bit more than that, a lot more.
Okay, but
So,
doxing
like, if you're
for a normal person, doxing is not a thing.
Well, they surely have been accusing me of it. And you know what? For a normal person, doxing and doing all this other harassment and stalking and telling me somebody's underage and over there listening to Iceman's lewd and lascivious conduct and that I should do the right thing by calling the PO. So I call the PO and then he says, oh, don't worry, I won't tell nobody. And that's exactly what he does. Come on, man. That's what Mr. Fusion did to me. Do I have the phone calls recorded? No, because I wasn't recording him. I thought he was trying to be my friend. These people have manipulated me, dude.
While that may be true, what I'm saying is somebody like me or you or anybody else, I'm not running for political office. I'm not losing money. So them putting my name out causes me no harm. It's nothing that I can sue them for. I've talked to a lawyer when I was in the McCamey mentorship. I'm telling you, and I've got a video to prove it. I can show it to you. I can send you a link where the lawyer says this. The only thing you can sue somebody for on the internet is slander per se. That's it. Slander per se is the only thing you can stick on somebody via the internet besides some kind of protection.
What this MC's doing with cyber stalking me and stuff, dude, the law enforcement will get involved in, no problem. Him cyber stalking and stalking me in real life. Like I'm in danger for my life, dude. I want an EPO on him, but I don't know his information. So they're going to have to go to a judge, and they're probably going to have to, find out with a picture of him or some other means what his identity is. I mean, that's just what's going to have to happen. I mean, that's what it's going to come to if he doesn't stop. Because I'm literally in fear for my life. Some of them, I've had a guy get on my panel 3 times in a fucking company truck or his truck. I don't know which one ever. It doesn't matter. Threaten and tell people my exit to my fucking town that's only about 5 miles wide, and to tell them that he's going to come up here and take pictures and shit, basically for Scooter Beggins and everybody, to get his clout. Everybody's mad because I'm calling it what it is. Scooter Beggins may have thought I'm an addict or whatever, but to make videos and stuff like that's not the way you help somebody. I think he's been making videos about Durkee too much that he thinks he can save now anyone through videos. I think he needs to really reevaluate that whole aspect.
All right,
because if I was actually in recovery, I would have never, or if I was actually not in recovery, I mean, in addiction, I would have responded to that 10 times more than I did, and I wouldn't have ever even given the thought of going to Massachusetts, which I did.
All right, let's go back. Let's roll back. All right, so if me and you are on a landline phone and we're having a conversation, and I start talking to you,
would you agree if somebody airs that landline phone call to the internet without you knowing?
I don't care. I mean, I wouldn't care either way. I don't say anything via cell phone or YouTube. No, I don't care. I don't say anything.
Look, they were talking to me about personal stuff, and so him airing it and not telling me, I took that as a great offense.
I do not say anything to anybody online, period, that I care for anybody else hearing. If I say something, it's going to be in person and it's going to be somebody I know. If it's something I don't want spread all over the internet, I'm going to say it to somebody in person. I'm not going to say things that I don't want spread all over the internet to somebody online that I've never met before. Period.
Well, that's highly commendable of you, man. I'm just saying, like, this dude just called me and pretended to be, like, talking to me one-on-one and was airing the phone call live. Like, that's some slick-ass fucking rat bitch shit. You know what I'm talking about?
That wasn't what I was going at, though. But here's the thing. So we're on the phone on a landline, and I start talking about blowing up the White House. And my phone service is through AT&T. So should AT&T be held liable and be able to be sued for me being on the phone with you talking about blowing up the White House?
No, I didn't say anything ever about going to
But
YouTube or
this is what
AT&T.
I've got a point to this. I'm just asking, should AT&T be held liable?
No.
Okay, that is what Section 230 is. Section 230 says that an internet website cannot be held liable for the content that its users post on it, like Facebook and people posting messages about killing Donald Trump or whatever. They can't be held liable. You can't go sue Facebook because that content is allowed on their site. That is Section 230. And Durkee took
Nobody wants
Section
to sue
230.
Facebook. Nobody wants to sue Facebook or whatever. Individual. And besides suing the individual, the important part is that they're violating the terms, and that can get handled if you just go through the YouTube process. And some of them are taking it to a criminal level. Like, I don't get where you don't understand that. It's like you're trying to invalidate or say like I have
No,
nothing
I understand it
to.
all because I've had strikes against me from YouTube, like legitimate strikes that I had to file counter strikes on because the content that these people struck was my content that I paid for the Adobe suite, the $400 a year stuff. I paid for the Adobe suite to create the content. It was my shit. I made it myself and put it on my channel and then had somebody strike me. And what they try to do is they try to strike. I hate to even say this because people start using it. They try to strike you 3 times in a row so your channel gets taken down. All right. If you get 3 strikes in a row, back to back, you lose your channel. If you don't file the counter strikes within enough time and your channel does get taken down, then you have to send an email to copyright@youtube.com and hope to God that they don't have a damn list of 100,000 people backed up to read through and they get to it within a decent period of time, and it's not fucking months or a year before you hear back from them.
Well,
So
I
these
mean,
people struck me
that's
to
one.
get my
That's
personal.
one.
They get my.
Sorry, go ahead.
They struck my channel to get my legitimate personal information, my name, my address, my phone number, all my shit, because they knew I would counter strike because it was obviously my content. And then they had my personal information and the counter strikes went through because it was my content. But then they had my personal information. So then they start getting the phone calls and the bullshit. You think that's right? It's not right, but
No.
I don't care. I don't care that they know where I live. Dude blasted my address all over the internet, posted a picture of me and my 8-year-old daughter together in a Facebook group full of trolls.
Well, I don't know
I
what
don't.
part of life you're in, but I'm going to hope to live a long life, at least as long as the world doesn't change that. And I don't want my name disparaged out like that and being called a locale and being treated like a fucking. I mean, you might not care. I kind of do. I mean,
No, I
you
don't
may
care
not have no
what
reason
I'm
to care
called
about it.
online. And I promise you, in 1
And I
year,
understand what you're saying. I really do.
next Halloween, I promise you, if you look up McCamey Manor on one of the large streaming services, you will see shit about McCamey Manor. I've already signed a contract. I know
What's
the shit is
McCamey
coming.
Manor?
Just look it up on YouTube. You'll find it. It's an extreme haunt. There's all kind of shit on it. The guy's a fucking nut job, and he's been doing this for years. But there is
Oh,
something.
are you talking about that? Are you talking about that thing that makes people sign a crazy waiver and they put them through horrible torture shit?
That
You
sounds
talking about that
about
shit?
right. There's a 40-page waiver, and I've got a copy of it.
And so you're going at him? I'd love to
I've been
join in
going
on
at him.
that fight.
It's not. It's not what it seems to be. I have a Facebook group that's gone from 400 people back in May
I
to
know.
1,500 right now.
So that's the
I
problem,
also
man, Dark Angel. Hold on. That's the problem, Dark Angel. They literally sent person after person to try to act like my friend, and they had the intention at a certain point to break that friendship off, and after they learned as much as they could about me. I know it's too late, but go ahead, Jam.
yes, it's in Tennessee. It was in San Diego. Yes, you will see it, And I promise you, at some point, I will be interviewed, and I will be in one of these streaming services things that's put out. Now, you know, people believe me or
You're
not, I
gonna
don't
do it?
care. Yeah, I've already signed a contract. I'm already doing. I have all his footage. Like I have everything this man has done in the last 2 years saved to a hard drive.
Dude,
So
and they know who you are,
yeah.
and they're gonna, and you signed over to them to fuck you up.
No, I'm not doing the hunt. I'm doing an interview on the guy that's doing
Oh,
a documentary.
I'm starting to say, you're lucky you got an interview. I thought you said that you signed the waiver to go through that shit. I'm like, dude, and you've been
No,
going at them? That's not a good idea.
they're still going to know
Because
who
they
I
ain't.
am. As soon as I show up on the screen, they're going to know who I am. And they have everything on me. They have my all my personal information. I don't
Are you
care. I
gonna
got
bring that
guns.
up?
Hell yeah, I'm going to bring it
Well,
up.
yeah, I'd tell them, let them know how you feel, man, for real.
The
I'm
guy that's
sorry.
doing
I'm
the
glad.
thing has
Well,
already asked
I'm glad
me.
to know I'm not the only one. I'm glad to know I'm
Like,
not the only one that has this shit
but
happen.
I don't care. I don't care that people have gone at me. I don't
Well,
care
I'm
that they
glad
have
you
my
got that.
information.
Dude, you don't know how much I wish I'd give anything to have a piece of that brain of yours and put it in mine. And then I'd feel the same way. Brandon, come here. Wait a minute. Come on. Come on. Come on. He's a good boy.
I'm telling you, in 10 years, looking back, it's not important. This shit's not important. It's not.
Brandon. We thought we were going to Tennessee today, Mr. JM. Or not Tennessee, but Kentucky.
What happened? Awkward.
Sorry about that. But I lost connection. But no, we were supposed to go to Kentucky today, folks. Just a quick update. We trying to get some stuff off at the auction. But yeah, did you have some more you wanted to add? I can't believe you got an interview with him, man. Did you have to trick him into getting it?
No, I turned down one because I don't think it's going to be good. I just don't think it's going to be a shit show.
So they
And it's
know
going,
you're coming.
yeah, Russ is already like aware that there's going to be another documentary. Actually, there's two that I know of. I don't know if any more. I know for two for certain. One's going to be on Hulu, and I don't know where the other one's going to be. But I know for sure there's two, and one's going to be
We'll check them
Hulu.
out. That's what's up, man. You're going to be on Hulu. That's hell yeah, man.
No,
Congratulations.
I turned them down. I didn't. See, here's the thing: you
Oh,
can't make money if you're in a documentary, and I'm sure Durkee might or might not attest to this. You can't get paid for being in a documentary. While you might get your name out or whatever, and they're gonna use my content, so they're gonna credit my channel, but you still can't be paid. And I've never cared about monetizing, so I
no.
don't even have 1,000 subs. I don't even know how. I think I've got like 800 or some shit. I don't even care about it. I don't care about monetizing.
I'd be doing a lot better, man, if you come up here and tell me some things and clarify some things. Be real with you, King of the Kill. Because you know, I've seen probably I've screenshotted some, but I ain't want to post it. But I've seen more than you may have thought. Come here, Brownie. Come here. Come here, you little bug of sugar. Come here. Come here, you little bug of sugar. You little booger. Say hi to everybody. Say hi. Oh yeah, good boy. He's a good boy. Yes, he is. He's a good boy. Yeah. Love my dog, y'all. Hello, Shadows. Yellow Snowman, Bowling, Waitress. Yeah, hey there, everybody. There's still a lot more people lurking in the back. We got a stream snipe, I'm sure, going on. But you know, they do, when they're making those videos over there on Rumble, they're doing that because Rumble owns their videos, not them. Maybe it's in the Rumble terms of service. JM, you there?
Yeah.
Did you want to share some more? I'm sorry.
I've got to get my little girl ready for bed, but
Well,
like I
hey,
said,
I
man,
appreciate
I've been here.
there.
I've been watching all the time, and you know, I'm trying to keep things peaceful and not say, because I mean, I've seen you fly off the handle, and I know you've seen it too.
When I fly
And
off the handle, it's me having a nervous breakdown.
you can control that. That's you. You have to be
I
able
can
to
probably
say, "I've had enough," and I'm walking away, and turn it off.
that's I've been doing that more and more. You know, because believe me, I don't like getting like that.
Uh,
There ain't
that
nothing
that's
fun about it.
I mean, I've had anxiety to the point where I've hid in my house and covered up my windows and shit because somebody was after me, and it was a crazy ex that her mama wanted to take me to court for money I didn't have, and like it just dumb shit. And I've been married 24 years, but I did do dumb stuff while me and her had split. We didn't divorce, we just split, and I did dumb
I,
shit, and you know I
I
met
never
up with
did
somebody.
anything.
I
I
blew through
never did.
some credit. I mean, it was just dumb. I should have never done it, but it's addiction. That's what addiction does.
I just regret getting married because and going out to Scientology. Maybe if that hadn't happened, we might have still grown our relationship into a better marriage. But after that, that really ruined things between us. But anyways, but thanks for being on here tonight, man. I appreciate you sharing your story. I'm definitely gonna check it out more. What's it called? The what manor? McCamey.
McCamey Manor.
McCamey. Yeah, I'll check it out and I'll make sure somebody drop JM Poser Exposure's channel, please. One of the mods, if you would. People, y'all go check out JM Poser Exposer. Like, subscribe to him. He's a good dude. He came on here and was honest and cool tonight, and we want to wish him well. And you have a good night with your family, man. All right. You
All
have
right.
a good rest of the week.
All right.
Take care.
Later.
Thanks. Later. Oh, thank you, Dark Angel. I hope so. I've been trying to do good. King of the Killer, are you going to come up? I think we need to talk, bud. Unless you want to do it privately, but you never did call me or anything. And I don't have your number. I told somebody to tell you that. I don't know if they did or they didn't, but yeah, I didn't save your number. I only got to save Anonymous's number. I checked and checked and checked. But yeah, we were going to go to Kentucky this evening, and that plan changed all of a sudden because it gotten too late. But at least we got all the work done, and I loaded up everything in the car and stuff. So we're gonna drive out there tomorrow. Fuck around and find out. Looking ass. Come up with your ass, man. No, I'm just kidding. I ain't gonna be nowhere near Ice Man. I don't even know where he lives really, but we're not going that far away. We're only going over to what's it called? Murray, Kentucky. Yeah, we're gonna be going to Murray, Kentucky. So I don't think that's where we ain't gonna be going to no Paintsville or nothing. What do you mean if I could, like usual, I would? You can't right now. I never said I wasn't your friend, dude. No, he just said that he's beyond ability to help and stuff, like you, it saddens me that you buy into that narrative. It really does. It fucking hurts my feelings to the core. You have no idea. But that's okay. You want to talk behind my back instead of talking to me about it like a man? You said that I had an empty apology towards Real Deal when I was being as sincere as I can be. I may talk in monotone and have a deep baritone or whatever ass voice, but that doesn't mean it's not sincere. That's all I got to say, since you don't want to come up here and let me say it. But I understand you can't, you're busy. I'm not trying to say you're lying or nothing. I'm sure you are busy, but I just wish you could come up here because that shit hurt my fucking feelings deep. It was in a stream the other night or morning sometime I hopped up into and he was talking with some people. The MC was there, Real Deal, some others. I think it was a Tease or whatever. I am speaking my mind, like my voice is pretty deep, I've been told, but if it's not, then that's fine. You don't need to make that disrespectful comment. So, that's your freebie. I've seen it. He did. I did see it with my own eyes. Waitress. Yes. I saw King of the Kill talk about it. I even screenshot it, I think, once or twice, but I didn't really care to screenshot it. Like, it just hurt me to see him say it. I knew they were talking about me, that I'm beyond any of their help and whatnot. Well, I don't need y'all's help. If y'all think this stuff is cool, I'm going to agree to disagree with you, and I'm going to ask you politely, please leave me alone one more time. Because despite today may be over with, and we had other stuff to do, tomorrow is a day to contact people. And like I've said, I ain't been lied to when I've been advised already. So people can say you can't sue or it'll be forever or whatever, and they'll say a whole bunch of things, to try to derail you from going down that road. And partly, most of what they say, yeah, it is true. It takes a long time and stuff, but you know what? Nothing worth, nothing given, nothing gained. Nothing worth, nothing aimed, or something. I forgot what the actual quote is. Hey, Juman, for you, how you doing? It's been a long time since I've seen you. Juman, Juman, Ju. That's his name. That's how he likes to say it real fast. Juman, Juman, Ju. How you doing, brother? Been a long, long time. The shit is going off the charts, man. With the cyberbullying, the docs, and I finally got a community tab. I'm almost 50 for 500 subscribers. If we get to 500, y'all, I'd really, really appreciate it. Please like and subscribe on your way in or out. Make sure to hit that bell. Share this video if you want to, or have a community tab. You can also make sure to leave a comment, criticism, something for somebody else or to me. Feel free. Well, I've already contacted the law, but they haven't called. We called and left a voicemail with somebody at the department, but they didn't pick up. So Either they've tried to call today and didn't reach us or whatever, so we're going to call again tomorrow. Um, but yes, what MC is doing is criminal. Focusing on me like that. So is Fusion, like putting out on personal information. Number one, it's against the basic policy of YouTube service. Number two, it's against their policy on rights of privacy. Number three, it is at a point when somebody has called you over and over, recorded you, pretended and manipulated you, stalked you, cyber stalked you, popped up in different chats and different communities of people that, they couldn't have known because you keep your subs private, but yet you go and then after 15 minutes of being there, boom, they pop up like somebody's out there watching me for them. I mean, yeah, this shit has reached a criminal level. Take care, King of the Kill. Okay, you gonna leave me alone? That's that's real nice, King of the Kill. Go ahead, dude. Be that way. You never called me, just like you told me the other thing that you probably wasn't gonna do too, just like before. Like I never said for you to leave me alone. I said you just hurt my fucking feelings that you actually believed some of that other shit over what I tell you when I'm being nothing but 100% honest with you. That you do what you want. Like that's fucked up, dude. That you're gonna uh just leave me, and not be my friend all because I said you hurt my feelings. Like you did. And it's nothing I'm mad about or I'm trying to chastise you about. I'm over it. You know, I mean, he said he was going to text me or call me. He never did. Said he was going to do something else. He's never talked to me more on it. I've never done anything wrong to him but try to be cool with him. And I have nothing bad to say about him. I just couldn't believe the comments I saw he left. I mean, he has the freedom to think whatever he wants. I'm not saying he don't, but I have the right to say if it fucking hurt my feelings that he actually believes some of that shit. That's all I'm saying. And he wants to get up and leave. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what's going to happen whenever I get my random test and I bring it out here and show y'all that it's all passed and everything, you know, then you can't buy into any of that stuff anymore. So then you're going to owe me an apology if you're sincerely fucking going to leave King and just because I said you hurt my feelings about what you said. You ain't got to apologize to me. I ain't asking you for that or nothing. But like you said, you were my bud. Like friends and buds don't do that. They come to you and talk to you, and I ask you if you got an issue. They don't go and talk about you behind your back to other people. You know, I mean, am I wrong or am I wrong? I've had my doctor put me on random monitoring just to check my blood and have my meds inventoried at a random time if they deem appropriate, so I can have a test to prove to these people that not only am I treatment and under the care of a doctor, and my stuff is legitimate that I've said and everything I've said is true, but I'm also getting random monitored for the first time and after 2 years since being home, all because they want to put out the rumor that I'm not sober when I am. Although I will say the shit they've done to me has making me almost not want to be sober. I've been smoking a shit ton more, that's for damn sure. Exactly. And it keeps myself accountable, which I don't have a problem with. but it allows me to get a report where I can black the stuff out and post it on my community page. That's exactly what I'm going to do whenever I get randomly tested. She said I wouldn't know when it comes, and I said that's the whole point. I don't want them to try to say, well, he knew it was coming, so he just got ready. Like, okay, yeah, it may come this week, it could come 3 months from now, but whenever it comes, it's going to be accurate. Now, I don't understand, like, you, fucking king of the kill. Like, really, man. Wow. You really don't, I guess, make friends on YouTube. Well, I'm sad now, guys, because this has happened over and over and over again. I tell somebody how I feel or speak my mind, and they think that that means automatically I'm talking down about them or something. You know, like, hell, even I can take constructive criticism. I didn't ask you to leave me alone, dude. I want you to start listening or coming to me about things instead of talking behind my back and believing bullshit. That's all I'm saying. All I'm saying. I'm kind of upset, really upset, and I was actually about to get off. I'm about to roll a fat ass blunt. What the fuck are you talking about? I didn't snort them. The cops can even attest to that. Somebody blocked that person, not gaslighting him. I only had the pill in my hand, and I did have a straw because I was considering it. But like I told y'all, I told them I'm glad they did come in because I don't need to do what I was thinking. And I didn't. So no, I didn't. Did y'all get rid of Slap Up with Thomas? See you, waitress. Take care. Have a good night. Thanks for being here, hon. Appreciate you. Yeah, I guess somebody did get rid of him. Yeah, I'm not gaslighting him, you stupid fuck. Tell him the truth. I think you need to look what the definition of gaslighting is. Yeah, well, it is cleared up. I'm just saying to you, man, like, I don't snort my pills. Despite whoever that idiot was that just came up with that account said. Did I get to thinking about it one day? I sure did. You know, that addict mind kicked in. I was under stress. You damn right. It's a sad day, man. I was fucking disappointed in myself for even getting that close to fucking up 2 years, or excuse me, 3 years worth of work. Oh, you damn right. I was disappointed in myself. Well, apology accepted. Thank you. Appreciate it. You know, and that's another thing these people say about some of the stuff that I've done in the past. Most of it's lies, but the small parts that are true, they don't tell you the context of the story or what happened or how the fact what they're talking about was actually flubs. I was talking to Army that earlier. I hope she doesn't mind me saying this on the phone. I said it's just like with her. She was one of the people they like to add to the list they quote unquote docs or that I have. All I did was I had her on panel and was talking to her, and because I had been recently talking to her a lot on Instagram, I was seeing her real name. So my brain started to call her by her real name. And I caught myself before I finished, and, you know, I apologized the world over to her. So if she counts as one of the people I've doxed, you gotta be kidding me. Now, what they're going to try to say is, oh, I'm a master manipulator and I knew what I was doing and I make them look like accidents. Okay. If you believe that, I got a bridge in Brooklyn to sell you. I understand, King. That's cool. I understand Dark Angel too. Yeah, King is cool. It's just some of his buddies or his family, excuse me, that don't like me or whatever. But I want to thank you guys for spending this evening with me. I'm gonna smoke this one other blunt, and I may even play a video. I don't know, but I tell you what, and I mean this with all my heart. Yeah, you don't want to help. That's fine. I have some that have offered without me even asking to help. Um, this workiverse, whether all their comments of it's strong and whatnot, no, it's not. I don't think you understand who you are dealing with. You're dealing with, while maybe an ill individual and not the best health wise, I do have a very keen, analytical, and smart mind, and I do have the resources and time that I will do everything lawful to get this shit shut down. And I will pursue any criminal charges that fit, that they're willing to charge, because this is obsessive. The dude makes me think he wants to wear my fucking skin. I'm not playing. I don't need a qualified help. I just need help with, people, someone like, if it, if you were so inclined, if you see someone saying some shit about me that you know isn't true, or you know that they know don't even know if it's true or not, you could defend me if you wanted to, but that's up to you. I ain't gonna ask. I ain't gonna beg. People are gonna have to decide whether they want to be on the right side or the wrong side. I'm gonna let y'all go. Y'all have a good night. I want you to know that please check my community tab. It will have regular updates of new channels, bigger channels that have great info. And I'll be sharing some of our regular people that surround us, some people I like in their channels. And I'll also be posting other pertinent things. So stay tuned. Take care. And remember, Square Media fam, we do not have to deal or negotiate with people who clearly have no moral compass, or if they do, it's so uniquely twisted and justified with a warped mind and mob mentality that you're never going to get through to them. So the best thing you can do is remind them. Everyone have a great night. Peace and blessings to everybody and their families, and even the people that hate me. Them too. God bless you all. Goodbye.